Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would bring you my June favourites. I've actually got quite a few makeup bits this month. So I'm first of all going to stop off on body because I've only got one body favourite. And it's the brand Mio. Quite a while ago I picked up a sort of trial set which these two products came in. This is the Double Buff Exfoliator and this is the Future Proof Body Butter. And basically I went to a wedding this month and I was getting my legs out and so I wanted to use some proper high quality products, and these are more expensive than say Soap and Glory or the Body Shop or other brands that I tend to usually gravitate towards for body products. However, these are really great. So if you've got a few events or say festivals or anything fun like that going on this summer, maybe, I think the set that I bought was called Fit is the New Skinny or something? Or Strong is the New Skinny, that's what it was called. You can just sort of tell there's a difference in quality. The exfoliator is very similar to like a microdermabrasion which you'd get for your face but for your legs, and the body butter is just really nice. And I did notice a difference using these over sort of more cheap stuff. So as I said, if you've got something fancy going on, maybe upgrade your products. Hannah, let me upgrade you. So I'm going to start with base products, and doing it in the order I would do my makeup is the L'Oreal Mattifying Primer. This is part of their Infallible line. It came out with the new foundation which has been in my previous favourites, which I do still love, but I thought I'd try out the primer, and as you can see it's sort of like a see-through almost gel-like consistency, and if you dislike silicone primers you'll dislike this one, but it's like kind of silicone-y but it doesn't like sit on the skin, which I find a lot of silicone primers do. This one sort of like more sinks in but does leave you with a really soft and even base to pop your foundation on. It's kept oils at bay but it's also made my makeup last longer. It's fairly cheap, you can get it on a 3 for 2 or something, but yeah, I do quite like it. The next product I'm going to talk about is one that I love. Out of all my favourites this month, this is probably my favourite. What's really great, if you have a blog or a YouTube channel, not only do I give recommendations all the time, my friends also, I find, give me recommendations of stuff that they really like and they think that I would like to try. And one of those things is from a brand called Holika, which is a Korean brand, and this is the Sweet Cotton Pure Cover BB Cream, and I'm in the shade Soft Beige. Now I got this off eBay for £4.86 and it is the best base. Oh my god, it's just so good. I'm literally in love with this right now. My friend Dina, who was in my last month's vlog, she just sent me a picture and she's like, have you tried this? I got it on eBay and I love it. And I must admit, the past couple of months I have been thinking about diving into Asian beauty because it's different, and you know, there's a bunch of different brands that I've never even tried and I'd want to, and I thought, you know what, bite the bullet, order this from Korea, and I did. And it's amazing, and as I said, it's under £5. I didn't even pay any postage. I will link down below the eBay seller that I used, and I can't sing its praises enough. I believe it only comes in 2 shades, or I've only seen 2 shades online, and I went for the lighter one, and I'm quite pale and it works quite well. Although it's called a BB cream, Eastern BB creams are quite different to Western ones. This has got quite a almost whipped texture. It's a very similar texture to the Matte Moisture Tint by Jouer, if you've tried that. It's really nice. It sinks into the skin easily. It's got a nice helping of SPF. I'm just loving this as a daily base and even an evening base, so I've been using it all the time. So thank you, Dina. That all being said, if you have any recommendations for any products you've been loving, I always love them. So just leave them down below and I'd love to take a goosey gander. And for my final base product, I've got the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. Now, I've had this for quite a little while, but I dug it out because I'm trying to, I love palettes, but I find, honestly, in my day-to-day makeup, I tend to neglect them because, you know, they're bigger than your sort of singles, and if you work from a makeup bag, I just tend not to use face palettes, but I love them. Every time I whip a face palette out, I'm like, I actually love this. It's just great. Anyway, so if you haven't seen this before, this is sort of 3 of the ambient lighting powders from Hourglass, and sort of the middle one is exclusive to this palette, and these 2 you can get sort of in singles. But what I've been loving doing is using this as an all over face powder. What I'll do is I'll get a brush, I'll sweep one way, sweep the other, and then I'll sort of pat it in on the face, and it just leaves, like, particularly with this base, it just leaves like the skin just looking lovely. And it's because, and also I think because this is fairly matte, this is definitely on the matte side of things, that just sort of Oh, I have been loving the way my skin's been looking recently. I feel like the past couple of months I've been in a bit of a rut with my skin being really spotty and just teenage-like, even though I am not a teenager anymore. And I've just found these two have just made my skin look awesome, and I felt a lot more confident with my skin. And you know, and I'm not saying go out and buy a 50 quid palette to use all 3 shades together. I'm saying, like, if you've got this lying around, and when this did come out, like, it was a bit of a buzz product, if you've still got this in your collection, dig it back out because it's fantastic. As I said, I've been loving using all 3 shades all over the face, and then just literally going back in with my finger and just highlighting the tops of my cheeks, and honestly, it just rocks. I've been loving it, so I thought I would recommend that one. But yeah, I'm sure you can probably get just one ambient lighting powder if you didn't want to splash out on the whole palette, because as I said, you know, it's over 50 quid, but it's lovely and I've been loving it. I've only got one lip recommendation this month, and of course it's my typical nudie, mauvey, pinky, plummy-ish colour, and it's from Barry M of all brands. This is the Matte Me Up Lip Crayon in the shade number 3. It's what I've got on my lips right now. It kind of looks like a Crayola crayon if I, hang on, take that off, don't you think? I think that's what they were going for. I see what you did there, Barry M. And as you can see, it's just a twisty up one. It's matte, but it's not drying at all. I think that's around a £5, and you know, Barry M's always on offer anyway. So it's really, really nice. It's really, really comfortable to wear. It's just really nice. I just really like the texture of it. It's like creamy but matte, and they're easy to wear. They have got, I think, 5 shades in the range. One thing I will say is the crayon itself fell out like a couple days after I bought it, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but I just got some eyelash glue and stuck it in, and it's good as new. So just in case that happens to you, that did happen to me. But anyway, yes, as I said, I've been loving it, and it's cheap, so yay! Next up, I've got a couple eye favourites. The first one is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. I cracked out a new one this month, and they're so good. If you love liner as much as I love liner, which is a lot, you will love this. I know there are a load of other bloggers that sing the praises of this liner, but it is for very good reason. It's a $20 liner, which is a lot of money, but it's worth it because it lasts so long. When you put the lid on, it's sort of like spongy, so it really like locks in, so it stays nice and wet, and it's just the best liner in the freaking world. It's also the 5-year anniversary of the tattoo liner, so they've brought out a fancy version as well. So if you were looking for some fancy makeup, which is also donates money to charity as well. I did a post actually on charity lipsticks the other day, so if you want to do good and buy makeup, I'll leave that down below. But as I said, I know Kat Von D's brought one out which helps out with the California Wildlife Centre, I believe. So if you want to, you know, donate some money and buy yourself a really great eyeliner, I just thought I'd pop that back in there. I know I favoured it before, and that's never changed, but as I said, I cracked out a new one this month, and it's lovely. Next up, moving on to mascara, and this is the L'Oreal Mega Volume Miss Manga Punky Mascara. Now, I avoided this mascara like the plague for 2 reasons. One, I didn't like the original Miss Manga mascara because it has like, hang on, I'll show you. This is the wand here, and in the middle it's sort of bent, so you couldn't really like wiggle down in the roots, so it just didn't agree with how I like to apply mascara. I think the formula was actually fine and everything, but the fact that it like sort of bent in the middle was just annoying. And also, I'm mildly offended by the ad campaign. I just think they're like, yeah, totally punk, woo, super kawaii. I'm just like, what the fuck is this, L'Oreal? Come on, get your act together. I don't mind that you're bringing out a big volume bitchy mascara, like how I would love to wear mascara, but why have you got this like fucking flawless model with like short hair just like, hey, I'm on a scooter, I'm great? Like, oh, fuck that shit. Anyway, I did bite the bullet and I did buy it, and I do really like it. Well, I will say this is definitely sort of a stylized mascara. Like, you know, you can get blue mascaras, that's kind of like, you wouldn't wear that necessarily every day. This is kind of similar to that. It's very clumpy, it's very all lashes, very messy. I slept in my makeup, but I still look cute mascara. So if you don't like that look, then I definitely wouldn't go for this because it's definitely very full on. And I would also keep another mascara to hand because, you know, some days you don't want to look like you got fucked in the backseat. Yeah, as I said, it's sort of like a bit more of a sort of, I don't want to say like a fashion mascara, but I can't really think of any way to word it, but I've been wearing it every day because that's how I like my lashes. But I have been a lot more precious with my mascara because, as I said, it is very full on. So yeah, I've been liking this. I think it's pretty cool, despite the awful advertising campaign. Well, next up I want to talk about a combination which isn't a new combination, but it's one that I have finally succumbed to, and that is Duo Glue and Demi Wispy lashes. Now unfortunately I don't have my Demi Wispies to show you. I wore them to a wedding and they were like the perfect length, and they were awesome. They're a great set of lashes, and I bought some Duo Glue to go with it, and it was just an effortless experience. I have always tried to faff around with individual lashes because I think strip lashes are usually very sort of, you're wearing strip lashes, which is fine, but that's not necessarily the look that I always go for. But I found those, their band I think was clear, so you couldn't really see it, and also individual lashes are just an absolute pain in the ass. So yeah, and Duo Glue, it does its thing. It doesn't irritate my eyes, and you can now get it in boots, so no need to now go to MAC and get a massive one. You can get a cute little one like this. Anyway, so I thought I'd mention those. And last but not least, I've got a bit of a controversial product. Now, I've written a review on this one, so go and read that one if you want to read my 2 cents on the whole scandal. If you're big in makeup, you probably know what company I'm talking about. But what I will say, before I show you, this palette was literally made for people like me who like makeup but are a little bit more edgy, dare I say it about myself, and like different makeup, because quite literally I had to order this from the States. I've looked even like in MAC to like make my own palettes, and I've scoured brands, but you can literally not get colours together like this other than in this palette. So that being said, in my favourites is the Lime Crime Venus palette. Now let me show you these. They're just beautiful and red, and oh, I have been rocking these eyeshadows and I think they're lovely. They're lovely quality. The colour selection is great. If you wondered why I gave such a somber introduction to this palette, basically their website got hacked a couple of months ago and loads of people's money went missing, and apparently they're just not, like, I feel like I'm only gonna have a quick talk about it, but like I feel because Dodia, who is the CEO, is such a prominent figurehead, like you have no idea who the L'Oreal head is, you know, who runs L'Oreal makeup. You have no idea. I think because she is so like, this is my brand, and it's more of an indie brand, like people know who she is, and even if she is a bit of a fucking bitch, that doesn't mean you don't like makeup, because she's also makes vegan and cruelty-free products, whereas I'm pretty sure L'Oreal on that bandwagon. But yeah, so this eyeshadow, dude, and this eyeshadow I happen to like. So yes, as I said, if you want a full review, I've written all about it and I've done swatches and everything, and if you want to read what I think about the whole scandal, you can also read that as well. Anyway, now things are about to get a little bit weird. We're into non-beauty favourite territory, and I'm going to show you a bra. And the reason I'm showing you the bra is a strapless bra, but not just any old strapless bra, potentially the most comfiest a strapless bra can be, and that is the M&S, I think it's a memory foam strapless bra. Looks like this. I think it was around £22 and it's really comfy. It looks like a strapless bra, like, let's be real, so I'm gonna stop waving that in your face. But I've worn it a couple times, and I feel like the thing that I find most uncomfortable about my bra is actually the straps. Like, I find like the straps will sometimes start digging in and I'll be like, ah, my shoulders. And so obviously I don't get that with a strapless bra because there isn't any straps. I've got 34Ds if you wanted reference for how big my boobs are. So, you know, I have, you know, a fair amount of boobage, so I can't sort of get away with like bandos or anything, but you know, I don't have the world's biggest boobs either. I think the first couple of times you wear it, you think either strapless bras are like on your tits and like really squish them down and you're like, yeah, it's not going anywhere, but I'm really fucking uncomfortable. Or this one, like, I feel like the first couple of times I wore it, I was a bit like, I feel like my boobs are gonna come out, I feel like my boobs are gonna come out, but they're not. It's just, it's comfortable, and because I have no straps, which I'm used to. If you're somebody like me who has to wear a bra without your tits falling out here, there and everywhere, and want to wear one of those cute little thin tops which like blatantly you can't wear without a bra, and I was wearing it in my last video as well, which like, you know, where you've got your shoulders on show but you don't want a big thick, even nude coloured, I've got a nude colour one on right now, strap on. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it made me feel more comfortable in clothes like that, so I thought I would share it. Next up, I've got a headphones brand. I went a little bit headphones crazy this month. My friend Mitch, who I've done a video with before, you would have seen him, he loves Skull Candy headphones. He rates them and he's big into his music as well, as am I. So I thought I would invest in some Skull Candies. I've got some in-ear ones. These are like the £10 in-ear ones, and they're great. They do the job and they do it well. And I also bought these overhead ones, which are also really great. They like fold up, so they're great for traveling. And I think these were only about £20, but they were on offer. HMV are always doing headphones on offer, and these just so happened to, I think they were like something like, was 70, now £20. I'm like, really? Were these really £70? Because I feel like they weren't. You're never doing that offer with Beats, are you, HMV? Don't think I'm not on to you, because I am. I'm loving them. I think they're really great. They're really great sound quality and they're comfortable. Particularly the in-ear ones. I have a few piercings on my ears, which like the Apple hard ones can sometimes really piss off. So these have been really nice, having the squidgy ones that go in ear. And yeah, as I said, I do like overhead headphones as well. So yes, I would recommend both of those. Speaking of music, I've got a couple music recommendations this month. The first one, if you want a nice little guilty pleasure pop song, I've been loving Sparks by Hilary Duff. That's been my sort of like, yeah, get ready jam. It's just a fun little pop song and it's fun to dance to, and yeah, so if you want a cute little pop song, that one's great. If you're into more alternative music like I am, I have like rediscovered All Time Low this month. Like, there's two songs in particular that I want to talk about, which is Something's Gotta Give and Love Like War, which has got the guy from Pierce the Veil in it as well. All Time Low have always been there, my friends have always liked them, but they've never been like one that I've been like, yes, let's listen to All Time Low. They've never been that big for me, but this month, I don't know what's happened to me, but I have been loving All Time Low. Something's Gotta Give off their new album, which is called Future Hearts, so if you're like me and you're just starting to listen to All Time Low, grab their new album. Why not? Give it a listen. Oh, I've also been loving Fall Out Boy Radio on Spotify, but that's nothing new, so. I've also got a game which I want to talk about, which is Lara Croft Relic Run, which, oh, I've just died on it. Hang on. So it's kind of like Temple Run, but 10 times better. And I'm going to try and play this backwards. So you like click it, she goes all like, yeah, and she goes running, and then you go jump, and then slide, and all stuff like that. I'm going to stop playing that now. But you need to collect relics and you need to beat bosses, and it's just really great. So if you're looking for a fun little mobile game to play and to waste your time on, I would really recommend Relic Run, because I've completed the 2 levels that are currently available and I'm waiting for Mountain Pass to come out. I'm just trying to get all the achievements. That's how much I've been enjoying it. So if you're a little bit of, if you fancy getting a little bit of your Lara Croft nostalgia on whilst on your phone, then yeah, I'd recommend that one. Anyway, that is everything from me today. I hope you have had a wonderful June. You shall see what I've been up to in June in a couple of days in the form of my monthly vlog. As always, if there are any type of videos you would like to see from me, I am always open to suggestions. So please leave those down below if you'd like. Anyway, oh, also, if you want to see this hairstyle, which I've been sporting through this video, is actually going to be my next video next week. I just thought I'd give you a little heads up. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye! Oh, should we have a cuddle? Let's have a cuddle. Let's have a cuddle.